Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about job interviews and some of the most difficult questions you're going to be asked. Okay, so you're in a job interview and these are the questions which will make you cringe, will make you go, I don't quite know how to answer that. Okay, one of these questions is, do you have any weaknesses? Could you give us, for example, 3 main weaknesses? Another one is, could you give us 3 main strengths? Okay, let's look at the weaknesses first. A very good weakness to have is, I really pay attention to detail. I'm very big on accuracy. It really upsets me when I see things not done correctly. Good weakness. Another really good weakness is, I take on too much work. I'm aware of the situation, but sometimes I just take more than I can handle and I have to give it back. You know, I really love giving my heart and soul into what I'm doing. So sometimes I just bite more than I can chew. Another very good weakness. What about strengths? Communication is one of my main strengths. Depending on the job that you're applying for, if you're going to be a fireman, for example, you could say, another strength of mine is I'm very fit. I'm very active. And at the moment, because I'm up on the roof all day, I'd make a very good fireman because already I'm out in different weather. I don't mind getting wet. I'm used to working outdoors. I'm climbing ladders all day. That's fine. That's another good one. Okay, so what other questions are difficult? Well, why did you leave your last job? I left my last job. Actually, I didn't leave voluntarily. I was made redundant. Okay. Or, why did you leave your last job? I'm happy, but I could be happier. It's a response to the question, why are you leaving? But why did you leave? You know, if you had a job, why did you leave it? I was moving to a new city and I had to find new work. That's another good one. What else? Yes, they will ask you, do you have any questions for us? And you can say, yes. Why did the last person leave? Is this a new post that was created? That's a good one. Another good one is, what's the turnover of staff within the company? Do you have a high staff turnover? How long do people generally work here before they leave? They won't know the answer to that one, but it'll make them think that the tables have turned, because the question then becomes, do I want to work for that company if everyone who works here is leaving every 2 months? You know? So it makes them think about their own image and their own morale. So that's a very good question. Other nice questions. Tell me a bit about the history of the company, or a bit about the history of the department. How many people are in the department? Do you have many other people to interview for this job? When will I know if I've passed? And of course, usually when you go to apply for a job in a big company these days, you have 2 interviews. One is a psychometric test. That's where you answer generic questions, and based on your answers, they can determine the kind of person that you are. Usually that one can even be done over the phone. It's not a big deal. With the HR person, they want to see your papers to make sure you're eligible to work in the country. And then after that, you are given the opportunity to have a proper interview where they can have a look at you, you know. So you make sure you dress smart. That's very important. Even if the job is casual, you wear casual wear, the interview, you always dress smartly to give a good impression. Okay. If you don't know what to say, if they ask you a question, you can say, please, can you repeat that? Or you can think about it by leaning over for the glass of water they've given you and drink it. Or you can say, yes, that's a very interesting question, just to buy yourself some more time. Okay, so those are a few very common interview questions, and I hope that helps. Thank you. See you.